Go. Saturday, it's that time of the weekend to get this thing going. Collector Showcase, Knockout Round 2. We've got Thingsnthangz. We got Polonskycc, Andres, Lee, Sunil doing the stats. Before we get going, if you like what we do, smash that like button, subscribe, and leave us some comments so we can improve and do better for the next time. Let's get the collectors in the room.
Let's get it.
Lee, Andres, welcome, welcome.
Great to be here.
So, what's up? How are we doing today, gents?
Good, Dom. How are you?
Good, good. How you doing? How you doing? Andres, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right.
You got your packing done after your killer show?
Hell no.
You're dead, man.
I haven't packed. I haven't invoiced anybody. I haven't done. I started packing a little bit, yeah. But I'm gonna get on it today after the show, and then tomorrow I'll have it all done. I was not ready for this at all.
It's easy, huh?
I don't see how guys do that all the time, man. No. Holy shit.
It's wild.
I cannot believe how people do that all the time.
It's crazy, right? It's crazy.
It is.
Yeah, it is a wild process. You know, showing the books and grab ass and it's fun, and then you invoice and then it hits you. You got to spend hours packing. Just
heck yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
The show ends is when the fun starts.
Sign.
What sign? What are you talking about?
You see by your name, there's a
yeah, it's muted.
Sign.
It's muted so we don't get an echo, man. Yeah, we're good. All right. A little bit of the rules for everybody that's watching. We're 6 books, raw or graded. 7th book, in case of a tiebreaker, that book is shown simultaneously, so no one gets a upper hand or advantage on what the other person has. Thingsnthangz, Andres, you're going to kick us off. What do you have for us today?
Cool. The first one I'm going to go with is going to be this one. All American Comics 61. First appearance of Solomon Grundy. This is like one of those really cool books because it's like a superhero book, but then it has like that pre-code horror vibe. I mean,
yep.
I mean, Solomon Grundy is like a super overrated, underrated character. I mean, yeah.
Man, nice. You don't see those very often. 2.0. Nice grade. It's an awesome book. Nice book.
Thanks.
All right.
Dom, I'm going to jump in just really quickly. For those of you watching at home, there's a DM thread that carries on through the week. The excitement around this matchup has been palpable all week. There has been a lot of talk about we're going to see crazy books. I don't want to put pressure on Lee, who's about to show his first book of the night, but that is a strong start. My God. That is a strong start to the show.
No joke.
Wow.
No joke. All right, there it is.
Trying to get rid of that glare.
It's all right. Looks good. We got you. We can see that right there. Yeah, right there. Not terrible. It's all right. Okay, we've seen it. First Grundy. Lee, what's your counter, man? What do you got?
All right. Well, that is a very strong start. A very cool book with some very cool pre-code vibes. So I'm going to have to counter it with a very classic pre-code horror cover. Possibly the best pre-code horror cover there is. It's a Black Cat Mystery number 50. And this is probably, if it's not the most, it's up there as the most iconic pre-code cover there is. We've got this guy smoking a radium cigar and exploding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
And this is one of the most easily recognizable covers when you think about pre-code. A few books come to mind. This is definitely one of them. And it's a 4.0, but it's a very sharp copy, tough black cover.
Yeah,
and it's the highest grade I've been able to get of this book. It's a tough one to get, and it's one that people don't want to let go of. Very brutal, awesome, violent cover.
So that's
a
a
must
keeper.
for any pre-code collection.
That's a keeper. Pre-code horror fans, if you have that book in your collection, really hard to let that one go. That is an iconic cover. That kind of tips up with the CSS, the skull, the woman with you can see the skeleton. I forget the number.
Yeah. 22, is it?
22 or 23. I think it's 22.
Yeah.
22 or 23. But these two, in my mind, are the two ones that I, relate to the pre-code horror era because they are so iconic and they just speak volume around that era. Two great books, two great covers. Chat, who takes round one? Black Cat, Acid Face, or First Grundy with Thingsnthangz? So while you guys vote, we do have a prize that is given to the winner at the end of this, which may be around 30 weeks out. Who knows what it takes, but we put together a custom championship belt with their handle on the front. It's pretty cool. It weighs like 12 pounds, so it's legit. It's no joke. It's not a Kmart or Walmart belt. It's custom. Along with that, Lino from Nickel and Dimes has donated this to the prize pool. 9.8 Captain Carter, White Pages, banger for you, for the winner, and this Daredevil as well. Thank you, Nickel and Dime Collectibles. Check him out. Give him a follow. Lino, great people. Thank you. We're not accepting Sunil's donations.
Nope. Keep that shit.
This week, I give you a raw, unbagged, unboarded Fantastic Four 366. So congratulations to whoever wins. It's got a little stain on the back. I don't know what it is. It doesn't look hygienic, but congratulations. To
Thank you so much. That is so great for you to donate to the prize pool. Again, you will not get my address, so you will end up directly giving that to whoever wins.
Okay. So I'm gonna just jump in with a couple of things. There's loads of people who are dropping comments in. Make sure you drop your comments in. Super cool. But use the link. Make sure you use the link to vote. That's the only votes that are getting counted is if you use the vote. The vote is close, as you can see on your screen at the moment. We've got 13 votes already. It is very, very close. To give a bit of context on the books we've got at hand right now, you can see Thingsnthangz is showing an all-American comics number 61. There are a grand total of 58 blue labels for this book. There are 76 in total, 18 restored, 58 yellows. 2 is obviously slightly towards the lower end. Unbelievably, and I'm going to say this again in a second, there is one 9.8 on that book.
Wow.
That absolutely blows my mind.
That's awesome.
There's actually, amazingly, there's one in every one of the grade ranges apart from an 8.0. So there's a 9.8, a 9.6, one 9.4, one 9.2, one 9.0, one 8.5, and then it becomes sort of numerically a little bit higher after that.
So you mean my 8.8 will stand alone?
Yes. If there's an 8.0, it stands alone. Moving on to the Black Cat mystery, exactly as described by Lee, 1954, Harvey Productions. It is absolutely the iconic pre-code horror book. 97 in total, a 4.0 moves you a little bit up that rating. But again, one 9.8, 3 9.6s, 3 9.4s. I don't think they ever come to market. I don't think I've ever seen one in real life higher than a 4. That is a remarkable book. The votes are very, very close. 9-8 in favor of Lee at the moment. It's just gone to 9-9 as I've said that. It's very, very tight. Get the voting done.
It's going to be like this. I would bet in every round we're going to see this. It's going to be 1 vote, 2 vote takes it. Or we're going to go to you, Sunil, for a tiebreaker.
50-50.
So, it's wild. This is what it's going to be. Please use the straw poll to cast your vote. We don't have Thierry counting anymore because he's terrible at counting. We've automated the votes in the straw poll so it doesn't get screwed up. All right, so please use the straw poll. You may have to jump out. You jump back in. We're not going anywhere. So,
Dom, I don't know if it's just me, but your sound sounds a little.
I was just gonna say the same exact thing because Sunil's voice is perfect, but Dom's is like super like choppy or something.
I'm gonna quote you on that just on my LinkedIn, just for the record. Sunil's voice is perfect. Phil, that was the noise I was talking about earlier. There was a slight glitchy sound. Looking at the votes, we've actually started heading to a slight lead here with Lee, 13-10. But I think we should probably give it another minute or two just to make sure that everyone is
so we're gonna have
is good.
We do have two giveaways today. We're gonna have 2 trivia questions at some point in the show. So stick around. You might want a book. Was that any better? My voice?
No, same thing.
Actually not. Yeah, you've got a sort of slightly robotic sound to your voice. It's almost like there's not anything covering the mic.
Static.
Guys, you gotta go.
From my end? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you, Dom. Everyone else sounds good to me.
Really? Okay.
Dom's like, these people. I built this house. They come in here and criticize me.
Where can we vote against Dom's audio? Really? Huh? Okay.
You might want to try unplugging and replugging back in your mic, Dom. That might be what fixes it. Just unplug it and replug it back in. It seems like a connection issue. It's just garbled. Oh, and hi, everyone.
Phil really rubbed it in.
There's somebody else
in
here
HD.
too.
Is that any better?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it is better.
Now.
There you go.
David, welcome. Black Belt.
Hey, David.
Joins
That's-
What's up? How we doing?
My job is tech support. Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in again?
Hey, mine
Control-
How's that?
Control Alt Delete.
This Dom is a robber.
Maybe Dom's a cyborg. You got me. AI taking it to the next level.
We can't mute Dom. He never gets muted.
Yeah, we
Dom-
don't.
Dom, you recommend a lawyer.
Shit.
We're gonna give it just one last push. Get your last votes in.
Somebody's looking for the poll link again.
Yep, I just dropped it in again.
What's the other
All
book?
All right.
What's the
All
other
right. We're
book?
gonna wrap up. Round 1 is coming to a close. Please
Wait, what's
cast
the other
your-
book?
Oh, sorry. The other book was an All-American Comics 62, the first Solomon Grundy in a 2.0.
We lost someone.
Sorry, 61, not 62. Sorry, my mistake. He's just disappeared off screen for me. So.
Oh, you can't see me no more?
No.
No.
Where are you, man?
Hold
I'm
on.
reading it.
Plug in your camera.
Now?
It's not his iPhone.
Wow.
Good lord, it was all so smooth.
Worst case, jump out
No?
and jump right back in. If you got to do that again, things, just go ahead and just hop out and hop right back in. It'll fix it.
Lee's holding his breath.
All right, let me hop out. I'll hop back in.
So again, while we're waiting, can we see the straw poll and see where the voting is at while we wait for Andres to get back in?
Lee, I should forewarn you that he's actually jumped off so he can go and find his 5.0 black cat.
Oh no.
There it is.
There it is.
Right.
Very, very tight.
Nice.
but-
Nice round.
Do I get to vote?
All right. We're gonna call it. Round 1 in the books. Lee takes the upset with that classic black cat cover.
That was a tough round, though. Definitely, that was an awesome book he brought there.
Yeah, we're going to
Two
see
big
more like
books.
that, my friend.
Oh, I think so.
Two
Definitely.
big books. Nothing.
Now, can you see me?
We got you. We got
Okay.
you. things. Here we
I
go.
can hear you, Dom. You sound great.
All right. That's great.
You-
Glad
Hey, you sound great. You look great, but you lost with that book, so you can put it away.
Oh man.
Dave's heartless, man. At least I've got some
Wow.
empathy in how
Wow,
we deliver
yeah.
the message. All right. Let's
But you
kick
can
off.
you can feel free to list that on your page at half price because it's now a losing book.
There you go.
Thanks, everyone.
There you go.
Let's kick off round
Coming to a
two.
sale near you.
Lee, what do you got?
All right.
What do you got?
I haven't. So I'm going to bring a lot of pre-code horror today. It's kind of my thing. So for this round, I have another very iconic cover, and it's also tied for the highest rated. This was Nicolas Cage's copy
God damn.
of Mr. Mystery number 12.
Oh, come on.
It's tied with a few other copies at the highest grade at 8.0. Nicolas Cage's copy. It's also the Black Cat copy. And just an awesome cover on the Gerber book. Classic Fire to the Eye cover here.
All right,
What's
Lee,
the rating on the Gerber scale of that book, Lee?
What's the what?
The rating on the Gerber scale as far as scarcity and rarity.
I'm not sure the Gerber number. I would assume it's somewhere around the middle. It's not common, but it's not super rare.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
my guess is somewhere around 6 or 7, maybe.
I have a question because this is the second week in a row now we've talked about Gerber scales. I actually have no idea what exactly is the Gerber scale because I'm sure there are people that are watching that don't know as well.
So
Yeah.
in the Gerber book, Gerber went around the whole country looking at all different collections and put together the whole book of all the Gerber book, all the pictures of all the comics. And from his experience in going to all the collections, he saw certain books didn't pop up too often, whereas other books were in almost every collection. So he kind of made a scarcity level, and it's a very interesting thing. Books like Tech 31, he saw in almost every collection. Now it's an amazing book and it's tough, but to him it was on the more common side, where other books like Suspense number 3, he saw in almost no collections, and I think that's the Gerber 9. So it was basically Gerber's experience on what books didn't come up in collections when he was going to all the big collections. And even to this day, it's pretty valid. I mean, there's some that are irrelevant and some things aren't, exactly true. But for the most part, considering how long ago he did it, it still holds a lot of weight.
Yeah, the one thing I would throw in there, David, is that he didn't factor in grade.
Okay.
So this is about scarcity compared to availability in stock. So we could call that a not super rare book, but then we could look at the fact it's a fucking 8.0.
But it's
So-
it was solely based on scarcity.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Great second round offering, Lee. Andres, what do you have for a counter, man?
I'm gonna go with this one. Detective Comics 140. First appearance of the Riddler.
I saw that. Oh, wow. Yellow
That's a
covers.
fucking banger right there, boy. Look at that shit. Wow. Damn. Back to back. Fisticuffs, Street Brawl. Wow. Look at this, man.
I think out of like all the Golden Age Batman villains, this is probably one of the best ones just because, he's on the cover. He's showcased so good. Scarecrow isn't on the cover. Penguin's not on the cover. You know what I mean? So I think like out of like, the Golden Age books, as far as like the way the cover presents, I think this is probably one of the better ones for sure.
All right.
That's sick, bro.
What
What makes it qualified?
The back page is married.
So super white pages.
Super white.
All right, chat. You got your work cut out for you. You got the Nicolas Cage
That's a beautiful
copy
book.
with the arrow going into the eye mystery comic, or the Detective Comics First Riddler Golden Age. Who takes round 2? Polonskycc or Thingsnthangz? Your chance to vote.
So the straw poll is in the chat. It's in the comments now on YouTube. If you're watching on IG, make sure you're heading over to click the link and vote accordingly. Let's look at the numbers. Lee gave us a little bit of a hint there. An 8.0, there are 5 8.0s. That is the highest grade. There is nothing above it. 1953, Aragon Publications for the Mr. Mystery 12. There are a grand total of 65 blues. There are 8 purples, giving us a total of 83. That is an unbelievably scarce book, regardless of what Gerber says. There are not many copies of that. Heading over to the Detective Comics, of course, the unbelievable yellow cover. That is from October 1948. There's a total of 198 on the census. So that is slightly more prolific. But of course, Riddler as an iconic character does make you think that this is going to be a tight round of who wins this one. Looking at the early voting, we are at a very tight 11-6 in favor of Lee at the moment. But that gives us a total of 17 votes. There's more people in the chat. There's more people on IG. Get your votes in. These two collectors deserve to hear your vote. This is very, very tight. 12-6 to Lee as we go currently.
All right. As the voting continues, we're going to throw out the first trivia, the first giveaway. First person in the chat that is able to answer this trivia question will win this War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas #1. This is the Common Coil variant cover, 9.8, white pages. In 1897, the first comic book was published. What was the name of that comic book? First one to answer it correctly gets this book shipped, all on me.
Was it The History of Minor Keys?
I'll read it again. The first comic book published in 1897. What was the name of that book? Good luck, chat.
The History of Steve Minor Keys.
The history of it was not the history of your mom. No, it was not your mom. It was not more fun. No, it was not Funnies. Funnies was in 1933, I believe.
Was it The Voice That Comes from Thierry?
It was not the voice that comes from. It was not the voice that comes from within Thierry's.
Wow, I'm being polite. You after me, huh?
Everybody's after you too.
I vowed this week that I wasn't going to go after Thierry, that I was going to be loving and kind to Thierry.
The Catwoman glasses. All right.
Famous Funnies was in 1933.
In my head, I was thinking, was it the person that taught Thierry to use an abacus?
How to Boogie Down by Dom. No, it was not. The Yellow Kid and McFadden Flats. TMH. Yes, sir. That is correct. Look at Google. Google does wondrous things. Congrats, Thomas.
Yeah, I'm like, seriously, like, we're actually broadcasting on the internet, guys, and like nobody just hit a tab and just typed in, as Dom was talking, the first comic ever made. I'm disappointed right now. Disappointed.
Phil was sitting there.
Fading back to black and taking my snarky comments again with me off the air.
Right.
I was on ChatGPT trying to get an answer, and it's still
and
loading.
Some smart ass puts out a Turok #2. Like, good effort, Gazer. Like, really?
Turok 2 is a funny answer. That is a funny answer.
It was a funny answer.
That's funny.
Dom, I think we're there. I think that the vote is we're at 25 votes.
All right. Holy.
Why is this shit so good?
It's good, man. Those are good drinks,
What
right?
the fuck? You two for two now. Like, I don't like this.
All right. Congratulations, Lee. You took down round 2.
Just for the record, Thingsnthangz, I would vote for you. It wouldn't have changed anything though.
Don't change that.
You know there's a link in the comments, right? You can vote.
Right.
I'm on my phone.
All right.
I thought I get my extra power vote.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we need the power vote on that round. But
I was trying to help him out.
you might need it. I think Andres going to come in pretty strong with round 3. What do you have, Andres? Kick it off.
I guess I'll go with this one since it seems like Golden Age hasn't been working very good. Fantastic. Dr. Doom.
Jesus Christ.
Fire.
2.5 too.
Fire.
Okay.
Fire.
That's a ridiculous book right there. Come on, man. That's a ridiculous book.
I lost my voice on that book.
2.5. First Doctor 2. Give me that.
Fire.
I'll just take this from the pile and throw it up.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's okay.
So let's talk a little spec, right? You got Dr. Doom up there. A lot of talk about Fantastic Four coming to the MCU, Dr. Doom, all that nonsense that's being talked about. What are your thoughts on Fantastic Four coming out, and will Dr. Doom be part of it?
Talking to me?
It's open to the group.
Okay. I mean, like, I think it would be good. You know, obviously, I think they need to make Doctor Doom a little bit better than they have in the past. But, you know, it just doesn't seem like the Fantastic Four movies get, you know, as much, like, I don't know how to say, but they're just not as popular as some of the other ones.
Yeah, Phil's come on screen, so I'm excited.
I didn't mean to. I actually, that was a complete accident.
No,
I was just like, oh my god! You say my shake my head. I'm like, oh shit,
no,
what else is going on?
I feel like you've got a strong opinion here.
That's what you want us to say.
But I mean, you can't have the Fantastic Four without Doom either, though. I mean, we've got cosmic, we've got witchcraft, sorcery, we've got obviously all the different kinds of crazy conflicts that we've got going on Earth. We're talking about, you know, realm. We're talking about battles over land now. So in my mind, this is all setting up for Doom. I think the Fantastic Four is going to show up like, you know, like as Doom shows up. I don't think you can have it without him.
That would
Yeah.
be
Wasn't
be
he in?
like having Fantastic Four and Doom together. Maybe if they had bring Doom out first and then later bring out the Fantastic Four, that would be something.
I feel like you can't take on
Dumb as a thing for
Doom without the Phantom Von Doom, like at a UN, and he's normal, and you open that, get him behind the mask, and then the Fantastic Four show up. That would be dope. I think that would be a cooler intro, in my
I
opinion.
agree.
But doesn't Doom also play into the whole Secret Invasion, Secret Wars,
Yeah.
More Secret Wars
into
and
those
Secret Invasion.
stories?
Yes.
Yeah,
We just
Secret
lost Thingsnthangz for a moment. He
Yeah.
just I think he might have lost his connection.
Yeah, he's got a bad connection. I personally don't think it can be a movie. I think it needs to be a series.
I don't know what happened.
TV show?
TV show, Netflix show, Prime, Disney, whatever series that brings it back. Like
They need to
series,
whatever it does is done right. It's their story.
Right.
Like they focus
Yeah,
on the
I would
story
love
to
that.
get Doom right. Doom is
Yeah.
not a movie. Doom
Right.
is like with Thanos. There was like there's like many appearances, little bits and pieces.
Right.
And that to me is it.
I think I personally, my opinion, to do Fantastic Four justice for what it is and who they are and what it brings to comic books and all the stories, it has to be a series because it goes so far back. There are so many deviations and forks and stories, inner stories, and characters that come out and, you know, intertwine with what that storyline is and that arc. There's no way a movie can do the FF any justice. It has to be a series. And if it's 10 seasons, it's 10 seasons. But it depicts and it captures everything in canon, everything, all the branch line stories, right? I don't know.
That'd be awesome. I'd definitely watch that.
Right. All right. Lee, what is your counter for
All
round
right.
that Dr. Doom FF5? What do you got?
Dr. Doom is my favorite Silver Age villain, so I'm going to have to battle him with 3 of my favorite Golden Age heroes. Here we have I'll select number 1 with a classic
Wow.
Captain America, Submariner, and Human Torch cover. And these are three of my favorite Golden Age heroes here, and this is one of one of, if not their most iconic cover with all of them on it. They're all larger than life. Storming the Nazi castle here, throwing German soldiers all over the place, destroying the place, burning it down. Awesome cover by the great Alex Schomburg. And one of my favorite Golden Age covers there is.
Is that 5-0?
Yep.
Is that 5-0? Is that 5-0?
Yep.
5-0. Off-white to white?
Cream to off-white.
Off-white. Jesus Christ. Wow. Yo. Welcome to YouTube.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yo.
Pretty much. That's a tough book.
All right, chat. This is what it's all about. You got two bangers, two big boys in the community showing off their goods. Who takes round 3? Polonskycc with that fucking awesome 5-0 select Schomburg goodness, or the epic First Doctor Doom FF5 from Thingsnthangz in all its glory. Who takes round 3? What do you got?
As always, head to YouTube to look at the votes. We've got early votes coming in, and it is tight as we would imagine for this. It's currently 4 to Lee, 3 to Thingsnthangz. This is going to be a tight one. So let's have a quick dig into the numbers. The all select. There is a total of 67 blue labels on the book. A 5 gets you very, very far up that rating. There are a total, let's have a quick look, 6, 9, 11, 15, 20. There's 25 copies in existence graded higher than that one. That is a very, very big book. We are talking 1943 fall, obviously timely comics, and as described, a Schomburg cover. Moving over, the Fantastic Four number 5 from 1962. This is slightly more. There are more copies of it slabbed, as you would expect. 1716, 1716. There are 92. Oh, was it a 2.5? It was a 2.5, right? There's 124 on the census in that grade. And there are a remarkable 3 9.6s out there in the world, whether anyone's ever seen one. One thing I did want to pick up on that one, Thingsnthangz, if you don't mind moving it just a little bit across to the middle of the screen.
Oh, yeah.
I think if you just hold that up, that to me looks like a remarkably Marvel chippingless copy, because most of them you see have terrible chipping on the side of that book for 2 things. 1, the page quality was awful, but 2, that book was so well thumbed. So many kids read that copy over and over again because it's a hell of a story, as well as being the introduction of a great character. So this is going to be another tight one. All select number 1, Fantastic Four number 5. Get your votes in. These collectors deserve your votes. We're up to 19 votes now. But yeah, let's see those last minute votes coming in. At the moment, Lee is ahead, playing 12 to 7 with Thingsnthangz. But I feel like there's a few more Doom fans in the crowd that might push this to being a little bit closer than it is currently. 2 unbelievable books.
So I'm going to throw this out early. If you had to, and this could be for everybody in the chat, not necessarily Sunil or David or Theory. If you had to pick the winner of season 2, who would it be? Who would be your pick?
I'm included.
I'm abstaining from comment here for impartiality reasons.
What was that?
He's staying out of it.
I'm staying out of it.
It's just that sounds filler, man. Come on, we got to talk. We got to talk. People vote, so we got to have a little banter, a little conversation.
No, I'm scared. I'm scared of all these collections. This book's losing
He's
here.
not scared of mine. Stop lying. Stop lying. You all saw me.
Every book that's lost is better than the book I own.
There's a guy named Patrick. He hides 24/7, and that guy is loose.
Do you know, Thierry, to that point, Patrick said something as a throwaway comment last season, and no one really picked it up.
I know.
There was a book that he lost a round on. After the show and after he lost it, he went and bought the book that night.
I remember.
That's a winner mentality.
Honestly,
Be nice.
Patrick is crazy.
when he said it, I was like, that is psycho. Like
When
that's
you-
he's like, I lost to that book. I will
He's
own
nuts.
that book today.
And he stole a goat yesterday from the zoo.
Stole a goat.
He stole a goat.
What? Yeah,
You can't-
he went to the zoo with his kids, and then a goat missing.
Goat missing.
You can't bring livestock to the show, people. No livestock.
All right, moving on from goats.
Oh shit. That's why this show's so great, because it just touches everything.
I'm sweating right now.
That's where
This
Patrick's
is why
touching
this is why
everything
we
with
leave
this.
Tierra
Okay,
off
go.
screen.
Right.
The round 3 voting continues. We're currently at 13-9. It's tightening up, but Lee still holds the lead with the All-Star, the All-Select Comics one.
I
If
have a
you're
question
watching-
for
If
Lee.
you're watching from IG, if you're watching from Instagram, hit that link down below in the comments. Jump over to YouTube. Get into the voting. It's the way to watch the show. Sit back, get on your couch, put it on your TV, jump on over, experience it the way the show should be viewed.
I got a question for Lee Andreas. What got each one of you into collecting, and what got you into collecting, like your niche? Like what drove your collecting path?
Well, with me, I started collecting, I think in like 2019. I think it was just like the movies and stuff that got me into collecting at first. I think 90% of everybody that starts collecting comic books at first starts collecting superhero stuff. And then I think that once they realize, you know, what pre-code horror is, or like, you know, these war books, stuff like that, their direction kind of shifts, you know, different ways. I think that my first goal was I wanted to get like Silver Age Marvel stuff like this, and like these were big grails to me. But I think now with my collecting, I'm trying to focus more on Golden Age superhero stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty similar. I would say that the movies really got me pushed into collecting comics, and I've been collecting my whole life. My dad was a coin collector, and I was working with him, so I've just always been collecting all kinds of things, and you know, dinosaur bones and all that fun stuff. But with comics, the movies really got me into it. I jumped right in with gold and silver. I liked Superman and Batman, and I was also buying, you know, Fantastic Four and all, you know, just a little bit of everything from just nostalgia, and I guess that, you know, again, the movies, I love them a lot. So Batman was big in the beginning, and then I didn't even know pre-code horror was a thing, and I was very, very quickly drawn into Timely and all, you know, books just like this and off the bat. And then soon later, I got into pre-code horror, and the bug bit me. And as people know that got bit by the bug, that there's just no turning back after that.
Okay. So we do have a collector question from the chat. What is one book you're hunting for but haven't got yet?
Mine's an action one.
Damn.
We got
Small
goals.
book.
We got goals.
Tech 27.
We got
Wow.
big goals. We have
went big
some
goals.
monster goals here.
Yeah,
All right.
15.
Even if I could do one without a cover, I'd be happy.
Shit. Action 1 and Tech 27.
Well, Dom
just
stole
two books.
my book.
So let's talk about goals, right? Let's talk about,
Show that hoe.
we're going to show a hoe here. We're going to show Tally Ho. First,
Oh, nice.
Rosetta.
Woo.
First, Frank Rosetta.
Wait, you opened it without me, you son of a.
Dude, I waited a week to open this, and you can't get around to getting home. I couldn't leave this in the box any longer. I'm sorry.
That is a classic hoe.
Look at that. This is one classic hoe
Shut
right
up,
here.
Thierry.
Thank you. Thank you, Ali, Excelsior Slavs, for making the deal happen. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, Ali, for screwing me out of that book.
Wow.
Listen, if you enjoy artists, or if you follow artists, this is one artist that you want to get behind. Frank Frazetta.
No, that's a pause. You
Frank
can't get
Frazetta.
behind him.
Frank Frazetta, the godfather of the mystery comics. He is a legend.
Pause.
Glad to have his first work. Thank you.
So-
Dom, if I might abuse my slot,
So not only you love the hoe, you love the guy behind him. Too.
I love hoes and I love that hoe.
And the guy who created the hoe.
Go ahead, Sunil. I'm sorry.
These four guys are holding these books up. Can we tell them who's winning this round?
Yeah, just before we do that,
get back on track, ladies.
Yeah, before we move on, just really quickly on that, the book that you're looking for currently, I'll just have my little whinge for the week. I agreed a price on a Superman 17.
Yo,
sold my lower grade copy, and then the guy sold the one that he'd agreed a price on before I got back to him. So now I have a hole in my collection. So if anyone's got a Superman 17 4.0 or higher, holler at me. There's PayPal money waiting for you. Superman 17.
All right.
Come through, people.
What did that go for?
Okay, so what do we got? Let's see that straw poll. Round 3. Who takes it?
Damn. That's hard.
Polonskycc, CC. Small margin, 13-10.
It was tight.
It was tight, man. It was tight. Lee, 3-0. 3-zip. Knocking out. Thingsnthangz right now. Andres, you got to come back strong. Round 4. Lee kicks it off. What do you have?
So Thingsnthangz has to win this round to keep us going, right?
He has to win this round because I need to keep drinking. Let's go. Come on,
go.
man.
All right, next up, I have a big thing for skull covers, so I'm going to show one of the best ones and most iconic.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be
Uh-oh.
Punch Comics number 12, the classic giant skull cover.
Oh shit! I seen that
We have
book. I seen
what's going on, mobsters, pedestrians getting caught in the crossfire, money flying all over the place, and one of the most iconic giant skulls tying it all together by Gus Rica.
No joke, man.
And one of the most iconic Golden Age covers there is.
That's a tough book.
That's an awesome.
So just a little story. I'm a moron for trying to take on the Punch Comics run. And
There's only one real stopper in the run.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're holding it.
That's the one. That's the stopper, right? That's the stopper. Yeah. But it's a tough run. There's a gap in books. It's a weird run, but it comes with that book right there.
Wow.
So I will be giving up a kidney for that one day.
Yeah, that's a badass book.
The badass book. You're
You'll
right.
get it, Dom.
You're right.
You'll get it one day.
Yeah. I don't know. 6-month payment plan, maybe. But
Yeah.
anyways, all right.
Wait. Hang on. There's a comment here in the chat that I just need to. This says Lee owns the highest grade copy of Punch 12. Show that one, Lee. You don't show it. Don't show it. But just confirm or deny the rumor that you have more than one copy of that.
I do have more than one copy of this.
Holy shit. Yeah.
I do like this one a lot.
Twins.
Okay.
That is a
Lee,
nice
charge Dom double.
That's a nice one. David, listen, man. Don't do that. It's already an $8,000 book as it is, right?
All right, give me my tally ho back then.
3,500.
Lee, charge him triple.
Hey, all right. Wow, what a book. What a book. All right. Andres, you're up, man. What's your counter? Round 4.
Um,
Gonna come correct.
I think I'm gonna go with this one. This one I just got recently. Detective Comics number 1.
It's my book.
Ooh.
Fighting back.
That's my book.
Fight back, my brother.
That's my book.
Oh shit. That's a cool cover.
That's my
Really
book.
rare. You don't see it a lot.
Dude.
Oh my god, you just said that in the most understated way I've ever heard anyone say anything. You don't see that a lot.
Man, I gotta give it to you, Andres. Like that book right there.
He said, "I'm going down. I'm going."
He's
all the
going
way.
like, yeah, he come
Oh,
out
Thierry's going down.
banger.
He
Like,
said, "I'm going all the way."
so in the group chat, we talked about books that we're hunting for, or big grails, personal grails. And that was one of my personal grails right there. You don't see this book ever.
Yeah, Marvel ones more than you see this one.
Damn.
You do not see that book. Good for you, man. That's a
Thank
great
you.
offering right there. Respect.
Appreciate
All right,
that.
Zach. Like, yeah.
That's a nice one.
Wow. Those are two sick books.
Woo! This is gonna be a tough round. I feel bad for the chat. You guys need to vote. Who takes it? Detective Comics, Fu Manchu cover, much respect, or the Punch 12, again, much respect. Crazy Skull cover, who takes it?
Wow.
These
Lee-
are
Lee is losing bad right now on this one.
I'm
Sorry,
getting
Lee.
violated.
we are
I'm turning into a skull over here.
okay. Right.
Woo!
This is beginning to change up. So we'll talk quickly. The Punch comics. I mean, I've just looked on the CGC census. There are 32 copies in a blue label. There are 4 restored. There are 0 qualified, 0 signatures, 32 blues. And we've just found out that 2 of them are in Lee's house at least. So, oh my God, that is an unbelievably rare book. The 1.8, of course, as you would imagine, is towards the lower end. But having said that, of the 32 copies, there are 8 of them are lower than that. So that is in the top 24 copies that exist on the census, which is absolutely wild. The Detective Comics, I have never seen it in my life. There are 34 on the census, 16 blue, 18 purples. Let me just double check. What was your grade on your one?
This is a 3.5.
White,
A 3.5.
no, I think it was
3.5. So there are 3 purple label 3.5s. There's 2
Yeah.
blues, and there, of course, there's 3, 4, 7 lower grade purple books, which takes you into the top 11 restored books of that. Thank you for showing us that book. That is absolutely
What
wild.
makes that restored? What happened? How bad is it restored?
It has a lot of different stuff done to it. Color touch, pieces added, cover clean. Yeah.
Don't matter.
it doesn't matter.
No.
Well, hang on.
That's when I seen this book come up, I jumped on it because like Sunil said, I've never seen this book before. I don't even think I've only seen a couple people on IG that even have this book.
Dude, I've never seen pictures of that book. Like, what is that?
That's why, like,
The one thing I'd add here, of course, is when we talk about restoration, of course, this is just my opinion. This is just one person's view. The restoration that gives me pain, and I'd be interested to hear Lee and Andres' thoughts on it. The restoration gives me pain is when we talk about trimmed or married.
yeah.
Like
This
those
one-
two are
trimmed.
different. Like cleaned, color touch, those things. Like, come on, that is the book from 1937.
Yeah.
Not even 38, right? 37. Whoa, that's a
My
big
book. That's my book. That's my book.
That is
That's my book. That is. You guys can go back in the chat and you'll see my 2 books. One, you guys fucking made fun of the shit out of me because
Oh yeah, that book is trash.
it's not trash. It's a ASM 677 Delato variant
shit,
Ghost. You can't find it, and it's a big ass fucking modern book. And my other book was this one right here. Crazy books.
It's kind of disrespectful, Delato, into your top 2.
Come on, man.
Can you put him back in his cage?
Listen. I'm pro Dom's love of modern books,
Delato?
but those 2 books are not the same.
They are not
They
the
are
same.
not the same, but
Those
they're
books
not
are
the
not
same.
the
That's my book.
Andreas, what is it about that book that draws you to it?
Just the rarity of it, and also now that I'm getting like a little bit more picky with my collection, I lean more towards DC than I do Marvel. Just Golden Age DC, right? More than Golden Age Marvel. So like I said, the rarity of it, first title, I think it's so cool.
Yo, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and then rub one out to the fucking
That
cover of
is
that book.
crazy.
Wow. Okay, well, this show just took a turn. Phil, can we get a new host?
I'm just gonna touch it.
You know,
Phil, I
do this
want
for
a new
living,
host.
Dom. I mean, you're going to get yourself banned before you can even monetize, bro.
The one good thing, of course, is he said he was going to take a screenshot. He wasn't going to do it live. So
Well, thank God.
there's one
I would
positive.
have taken him off the air.
He was going to take himself
Nothing
off.
like where the host is banned from his own damn show, folks.
Right. Well, I'm paying for it. I can say what I want.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, I hope you all enjoyed season 2 because this is our last episode.
Right?
Nostalgia.
Oh my God.
Get
The
over
tragedy of Darth Dom, the not so wise. Move to YouTube for only 2 episodes.
I'm gonna
Dom, switch the
speak-
coffee.
I'm gonna speak truth. That's it. All right, let's see what we got. Bring it up. Bring up the poll. Let's see what we got for a winner.
Yeah, it's a
Round
beat down.
4.
It's a beat down.
That's not that bad. Thingsnthangz brings it. Round 4 with a knockout.
Yeah.
Staying alive. Andre staying alive.
Yeah.
I
All right.
maintain that there is no shame in losing on the show. The books that we see are unbelievable. What I would say, however, no one wants to get swept. So congratulations for not getting swept because that was close. That was close. Nobody wants that. That was my nightmare when I played season 1 was to go out 4-0 with my tail between my legs. That cannot happen tonight as we roll into round 5.
You know the greatest thing about
Great
this
round,
show?
guys. Great. What's the
The
greatest
greatest thing about this show is the replay.
The
I
replay.
love it.
You like the replay?
Oh my gosh. Love it.
Again, back in your cage, Terry.
Okay. All right. Okay. Round 5. Round 5. Andres, kick us off, man. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with another All American Comics, but I'm gonna go with All American Comics 16, First Green Lantern.
Damn.
Ooh.
Wow.
This one's another really rare one that like you hardly ever see. You don't even ever see them on Heritage or Comic Connect or anything like that either. This is another thing that I had to jump all over it.
Damn.
What grade is that? What is that? 0.5?
5.5.
Don't
So
matter.
Point
I don't
five.
know. This
Point-
one I honestly like. It's a 0.5, and then the restoration is just glue on the cover. I don't know. I think this one could get a bump, at least to a 1.0 without restoration.
Wow. Okay. So
Wow.
minor resto on that.
Very, very minor. Yeah, I think it's a slight A. This is an old. This is an old slab too.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Lee. What's your counter? Round 5, All American Comics, First Green Lantern.
All right, I'm going to go with another classic cover here. This one by the great L.B. Cole, and arguably his most classic cover here is Mass Comics #1.
Wow.
Bomb.
Damn.
Bomb. The air horn doesn't.
The fairies going into the flame here. They're getting their wings singed and they're falling down. Very colorful, beautiful cover. Looks like a blacklight poster, but it's from 1945.
You guys taking this show too serious.
I love it. This book right here, man.
Gosh.
This book, this Mass #1.
Damn.
It's just.
I'm so glad I was in season 1 because my ass would get kicked this time.
Yo, you telling?
Like, this is one of
Crazy.
LB Co's greatest covers, right?
I think it's his best. He has a lot of great ones, and I
Interesting.
looked at it recently. This is my favorite, and a lot of people agree with that. This is. as
I
good
like
as
Mask
L.B.
2
Cole.
better, me personally.
Number 2, right? Number 2, right,
Which one?
Andre? Number
2 is
2.
better than 1.
Number 2, right.
It's. I go back and forth between the two of them. It's right now I like Mask 1 more, but there's been times where I think Mask 2, and I've had them both together. It's close. I really go back and forth. And there was actually I'm holding this book up now, but there was a long time ago where I didn't even like this that much, but it's really grown on me a lot to a point where, for me, I go back and forth between Mask 1 and 2 now.
All right. The next time you don't feel like you like it, why don't you give me a we'll talk.
I don't know. It's really grown on me now. You caught me a few years ago.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Wow.
Crazy.
These are
Neil, what do you got for stats?
These are 2 crazy books. The straw poll link is in the YouTube comments. If you're just watching on Instagram, head over to check out the vote now. It is tight at the moment. We're 10-5 in favor of Thingsnthangz. So let's start there. All American Comics, number 16. There are a total of 59 on the census. Interestingly, this one's got a 31 blue, 28 purple. This is very, very rare. There is a decent number of them out there that are purple labels. There's 3 in the 0.5 we've just seen. So yeah, this is a very, very rare book, very hard to find. 1940, and of course that is the first Green Lantern with a Moldoff story. Moving over to the Mask Comics number 1, February-March 1945. Rural Home is the name of the publisher if you're checking it down. But of course, L.B. Cole is the story that everyone cares about, with the notably surreal cover. 2 unbelievable books. Mask 1 and a first Green Lantern. I don't want to blow smoke up this show's ass, but it's a privilege to see these books. Like, these are absolutely wild books. I feel like I remember Golden Age Guru flying across the country to pick up an All Americans last year, because it's so rare that if one comes available, you have to just grab it when you see it.
Yep.
2 incredibly rare books.
Crazy books, man. Thank you so much for showing those books. That's what makes the show so great. Seeing books like these that you don't see every day, it's fantastic. Okay, while the votes come in, we're going to go to the second trivia, second giveaway. We got 2 giveaways, another 9-8. This one's signed by Johnny Cates. So, first one to answer correctly will get this book. What is the name of the superhero team that includes Silk Spectre, Rorschach, and Dr. Manhattan? First one gets this book. Also, if you like what we're doing, if you like the show, smash that like button, subscribe, and leave some comments for us so we can improve on what we do for next week. Next giveaway, what team includes Silk Spectre, Dr. Manhattan, and Rorschach? Legion of Paper gets it, the Watchmen. First one on my screen, Legion of Paper. You got it. Send me your address. We'll get this over to you. Congrats.
He said, blow away, Watchmen.
The votes are still coming in. We're up to 23 votes. 16 for Thingsnthangz, 7 for Polonskycc. There's a gap. There's a gap.
It's a big gap.
16-7.
He saved best for last.
We're gonna call it.
Best for last.
Thingsnthangz takes round 5 with that awesome All-American that you don't see.
And we are back 3-2. 3-2.
Is he gonna tie it up?
And Lee, you kick off round 6. What do you have?
So,
This guy did not break a sweat.
He's
2 on the
gonna-
belt.
Lee keeps trying to seal the deal.
Yeah,
He does. He's coming
See if I
correct.
do it here. We'll see. All right.
he
I'm gonna use
acting.
one of my favorite World War II Hitler covers, and also an extremely rare one.
Shit.
We've been going for Hitler covers for a few
I
years now.
don't even want to see.
Here it is. Here it
This
is.
is one that does not pop up, and I don't think there's been really any sales, especially in this grade, for a while. It was a very hard book to get.
Full slap.
Jesus.
It's a Super Snipe number 8. The
I
Super
see
Snipe
that
is
too.
throwing Hitler, Tojo, and Mussolini right into hell, and the devil could not be happier to welcome them all there with him. Very rare Golden Age book. One of the tougher of all the Hitler covers, and there's a few very tough ones, but
Can't
I'm not sure if this one's probably not the toughest, but probably in the top 5 tough Hitler covers to get.
Lee, can you put it closer so we can see the cover better?
Seen that book before.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, it's one that many people have not seen. Doesn't come up I haven't seen a sale for a nice copy in a few years.
Yeah.
Hard to show here with all the red, but
That's awesome.
The other
There's the
angle.
devil, happy to welcome them all to hell.
The top down.
What's that?
Thierry likes to talk. He just likes to talk.
I want to see the glaze fucking with me.
Jesus Christ! Look at this.
We're gonna need one of those beeping things for Thierry. Beep beep. beep.
So why everybody after me, man? Like it's all love over here.
All right, let's see the second book.
Wow. Amazing book. Amazing offering.
Damn.
Round 6, kicking it off. Thingsnthangz. What do you got for a counter? Round 6, do or die.
I
Yeah,
think I'm gonna go with the Hitler cover 2.
Ah.
Captain America number 2.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
First round shield.
God damn it. 6-0. 6-0. So you have that book on 6.
Captain America number 2.
He has that book in 6-0.
Just pull it out. 6-0 restored. Captain America number 2. Schomburg.
I don't know if this is Schomburg. No, this
I
is
don't think so.
No, I don't think it is.
Simon and Jack Kirby. Oh no, Joe Simon cover. Yeah.
Joe Simon cover.
Okay.
Damn it.
Not too shabby. Look at this thing, huh?
I think both of them went to the bank, grabbed some books, and then come to the show.
What's the Gerber number on that? Is there a Gerber number on the Super Snipe?
I'll be curious what it is.
Yeah. I honestly, I'm not a snob on the restored books.
No,
Like,
I'm not anymore.
right.
You're just a snob in life.
Certain what? No, that's not nice to say. I'm not a snob either. I'm a blue collar worker, man. I go up every day, go to work. Right? Oh, that's not nice. Not
I
nice.
love you.
Love you too.
Right.
Dave.
Let's avoid the war that's about to happen here.
Yeah, come on.
The voting,
man. Come on.
the voting is happening. The
Look
voting
at
is
that.
fierce and
Let's
close
get it.
as it should be on these
Let's
two.
hit it.
Let's have a little
8,
breakdown.
7, 6, 6. Good. Fucking good.
Let's have a little breakdown of what's going on. So Super Snipe 8, I would point out that every single person on screen leant forward and all of us said at the same time, I have never seen that before.
Nah.
Street and Smith Publications from April 1943. There are 16 copies of that on the census. The one we saw was a 6. So when Lee drolly mentioned that he doesn't see high grade copies come up very often, it's because there are only 5 in existence higher than the one he held in his hand. There's 2 6.0s, 1 6.5, and bizarrely 2 9.0s. There are no copies of this book. This is an absolute rarity. So yeah, congratulations on owning that one and showing it to us. That is a hell of a book. Moving over to the Captain America 2, even as I would regard myself as a fairly big Captain America fan, I wouldn't have known that detail, that this is the first appearance of the round shield. Captain America Comics number 2. There are a few more of this, but 68 in total blue, 4 signed, which is unbelievable, and 30 restored. It's a 6.0 restored, I believe. So on the restored side of the house, we're talking 11, 23, 30, 37 books higher than this in a restored grade. So these are 2 absolutely wild books, and I am pleased to say that the voting concurs. It is a 12-11 split currently in favor of Captain America. It is very, very tight. If you have not voted, if you are on Instagram, come on over and get your vote in. These books, these collectors deserve your vote. Is going to go to Lee. Lee is going to lose this on 11-12 at the moment. Andres has got it. Thingsnthangz 12-11.
Disrespectfully.
12-11. This is tight as they come. Oof.
2 crazy books. 2 crazy books.
Like restored don't mean nothing.
Like you can't get hung up on restored.
Restored mean I love this book. I'm taking care of it.
Oh, David, I've got some bad news for you. It's just gone 12-12, and you are the casting vote, my friend. So you want to pray that somebody else votes real quick.
If you're on IG, hop on over to YouTube, cast your vote.
Come on, that Caps needs some love.
Too close to call, and we're not going to put this on David right now.
Caps.
Not yet. We've got time. We
got people watching on YouTube. Click the link in the comments. hop on over to YouTube,
Hit the like.
sit on your couch, put it on your TV, enjoy the show.
It's gone 13-12 in favor of the Captain America.
Love.
Two big books.
I think you bring up an interesting fact, though, Dom.
Yeah.
The whole purple label. I think sometimes there's a stigma about the purple label, and people don't realize that it's not that massive of a deal. Like these books, even if in their purple label, the rarity of them just makes it. Who cares? The fact that you have it in your hand is amazing.
That's how I feel about it. I just want to own the book. And,
Right.
you know, when I first started collecting, I felt the same way, like, you know, most people about purple labels. But, you know, like at the end of the day, it's like you still have the book. You know, it might not, you know, be as original as it once was. But, you know, just having the book, especially with some of these golden age books, it's like, you know, just being able to own some of these and in any condition is just
If it's still
so
going. It's like, nah, it's
So
past.
people have, and we'll see in the comments in the chat on their conviction on restored books and blue label and green label and whatever the case is. But, you know, I agree with the mentality of if you want a book, like I wanted the first red hood, right? And there's no way that I would be able to afford a 7.0 blue label for $30,000 plus book. But I was able to get it 7.0 restored for a fraction of that cost. So I could care less about the label being purple or blue or with notes. I have the book and it looks fantastic, right? Well, it's in a flat.
The one thing I would throw in, and I see Evan is sticking to his lines here. But what I would say is that that's part of the joy of any collection, right? That's the part of the joy of the whole thing is that everyone can have different opinions on this, and no one needs to get too hot about it. Like we get the joy of seeing these books, and I'm delighted that we get to see it. So regardless of it's purple or silver or gold, whatever it is, these are exciting and fascinating books to see.
Either way, they're fantastic to see. Purple, blue, green, yellow. It really doesn't matter. They're in your collection. Low grade doesn't matter than no grade, right? So congratulations to owning those books in whatever grade, in whatever condition they are. They're slabbed. You're not going to read them. They're for show. They're for your collection. You're preserving them. So kudos.
Yeah, you know, it comes down to money too, you know, sometimes like and also the way you collect, like, you know, if you're a Captain America fan or let's just say you're a Spider-Man fan, you know, and your one grail is that Amazing Fantasy 15 and you will only want a blue label, but that's like your only book that you really care about, then yeah, that's totally fine, you know. But some people, they want to collect, you know, a bunch of different ones. So then, you know, like me, for instance, I can't afford to get, you know, blue labels and all different kinds of books. So I got to get whatever I can. You know, I wish I could get a blue label and all these, but can't afford it.
Yeah, exactly that. If I had the money for a blue label Superman 1, I probably wouldn't buy it. I'd split that over 4 books. Is the reality. Because, you know, I'm not in a position where I could afford everything hooked up into that one thing. Guys, we are still at 15.
Locked in. We are locked in. We are locked. You can't afford a blue and you want to look at Evan. Evan is.
So I have to interrupt as producer.
Yes.
Chat WTF. We're sitting at 9 likes. Let's hit a thumbs up and let's hit a sub. The guys here deserve it. A lot of amazing people showing up on this show, and they can't do it without your support. This is what makes the algorithm roll. Hit the like, hit the sub.
Smash
Thank
that.
you. I'm gonna go back to shutting up now.
But Neil, to your point about getting the blue label, you know, people make that same argument about 9.8s. I get a ton of crap all the time about buying 9.6s. It's true though. I get a ton of crap from people about buying 9.6s, but 9.6s are at least half the price. Why not have more books of what I love that are near mint plus?
Those 9.6s
And
too.
same thing. Why if you have X amount of dollars and you can afford the purple and you get your grail, then you should be happy that you got exactly what you wanted.
We love
Yeah.
9.6s.
Like, as I said earlier in the show, and I'm in danger of repeating myself, but for me, that book is still the book. The only time that I quibble about it is because there was a Superman 1 on gold in last week with a photocopied front cover, and I was like, I'd prefer it coverless than photocopied front cover. Because what am I looking at? I'm looking at a photocopy. I'm looking at a print. Like, I'd prefer to see the splash page than than
Really?
that. Yeah.
Really?
But that's different because that's an incomplete at that point.
Yeah, and that's my point. Like that bit where you're like, right, it's actually missing the front and back cover, which are iconic.
But that's not the same as buying
No,
a blue
no.
label versus a purple.
No, but purple trimmed and married is the bit that I feel a bit edgy about. I don't think I'm never going to say no. Like, there's not like a carte blanche rule, but those are the two that I feel a bit like, oof.
Come on, guys.
All right.
Captain
This is
some love.
this
Give
is
it
getting
another-
too
give
close to call.
Give it
If
another.
you're on IG and you're
30
watching,
minutes.
hop on over to YouTube, cast your vote. This is way too close to call. We've seen some amazing books, and these guys deserve all the votes that they can get to see who advances into the next round. We don't.
I just
wanna
also want to say that to Evan's point, yes, for a competition, I get that fact too, but just in general, we're also talking about just the general part of collecting. So I'm not taking that away from the competition side of it. So Evan, I agree that it matters, but you're also talking about ghosts of books sometimes where if there's only 15 on a whole census, it almost kind of negates whether it's blue or purple.
There's a comment here from Thomas Hickey. The first book I ever got graded came back purple. I hate purple. I'm scarred. And I think that is the issue with purple. It's the undisclosed purple.
Yeah,
comes
that
back
sucks. Definitely.
That's the bit where, like, I've just had 7 books come back from CGC, and I was biting my nails that all of them were going to come back purple. I'm lucky to have a clean round of 7 blues, but that's the problem. That's the bit where you're like, actually, I bought a book and now I'm disappointed because it's not what I thought it was. The vote is tied up again. We've had 2 more votes. We're now up to 32 votes, and it's 16-16. It is 50-50.
So do I vote?
Wow.
I don't know what to do.
Dom, we might need your call as we're over the hour mark now. Which way do you want to go?
All right, David. David is a power judge. Counts for 2 votes.
Dun, dun,
That's
dun.
We've,
Oh,
I'm going to say it for the last time. If you're on IG and you're watching and you want to cast your vote and you've cast your vote on IG, we can't see it. Click the link in the comments. Hop on over to YouTube. Cast your vote. Super easy. You can sit back on your couch, put on your TV, and enjoy the experience. If you like what we're doing here every week, smash that like button, subscribe to the show, and comment down below on how we can improve and make it better.
not to put any pressure, but
David, cast your vote.
I just want this view right now. Consider to decide the course.
So for me, I am
Right
voting.
now.
I am voting.
Did he just run away?
What? I'm voting. I'm voting for Lee's book. For me, it's just. I think for me, it's the book that catches my eye. I've never seen it. I think it's incredible.
Super Snipe.
So, I think it's a sick book, and I congratulate both of you on your books. But for me, I vote for Lee's.
All right.
Take your damn glasses off.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
Oh. All right. All right. So that
You did too.
He took his glasses off. All right, with that vote, that takes Lee 4-3, right? 4-2. 4-2. He takes the round. He advances on. Congratulations, Lee Polonskycc. CC.
Congrats.
Oh, thank you. And that was an awesome round. Things and Things. You brought the real heat. Awesome
Oh my
books.
God.
All incredible. Great to
Fantastic.
see. And that All American. I mean, the Green Lantern and the Grundy. They're both awesome.
Black belt, you're not an American.
Can you imagine if we'd said at the start of this series that someone was going to show us Detective Comics #1 and Dom was going to have to look them in the face and say, buy bigger books?
I'm going to have to say it, man. Unfortunately, Lee, congratulations. You advance to the
Bigger
next
books, Dom.
round.
Tell me to buy bigger books.
Dude, what do you got there, man?
Tell me to buy bigger books, Dom.
Oh!
Tell me to buy bigger books, Dom.
Yeah.
Tell me to buy bigger books.
You are! Fuck
Yeah,
you
man.
all. You
Wait. Phil,
That's,
Phil,
that's serious there.
give him the full screen. Give him the full screen. Phil,
My God, man.
Phil, give him the full screen. My God.
Bring it back. Bring it back, bro.
What do you mean, wait a
Tell
minute?
me to buy bigger books.
Oh,
Dom. Tell me to buy bigger books.
They deserve that, bro. Fuck them. Fuck them. Look at this, though.
Can someone mute Thierry?
Yo, you are seeing on some shit. Whoa.
Bring them back, bro. Bring them back. We want to see those again. Show them for everybody at home. Show them for everybody at home. This is a man who held himself back.
Yo.
Dude, look at
You could have
that.
spanked me right out of here.
It's not that I held myself back. I mean, I thought I showed some good books. It's just
Yeah.
that.
These are some good books, bro.
You did. Andres,
I mean-
Andres, you know,
Whoa! Where's something? Yo, you still showing. You still showing.
yeah. Okay, so yeah.
But yes, Dom, I'm gonna try to go get me action work. I'll get a bigger book one day.
Oh, dude.
No,
If
no,
I-
no.
If that Superman one ever comes
First
up,
time
bro,
no,
come to me.
no,
Come to me
Tom
on that
doesn't want
Superman one.
to
no.
Lee, congratulations. You
Congrats.
advance into the next
Thank you.
round.
Thank you.
Andres, great performance. Great
Thank you.
books.
Yo.
Fantastic having you having you on the show. Unfortunately, you need to buy bigger books.
All right. 9/8.
To get you back, man. You get enough,
9/8 Blue Delotto.
you get enough
We'll see you
books to
next
come
season.
back next season and compete and throw down, and maybe you'll advance on.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Chat, thank you. If you like what we do here every week on a Saturday, smash that like button, subscribe, and leave us comments so we can improve. Appreciate all of you. Theory, thank you for being here. You add
you,
no
Terry.
value to the show whatsoever,
Fuck
but we
you.
love you.
Fuck you.
Good job, guys.
Peace.
Staying home next weekend.
Why you gotta yell?